Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man, it's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales, dirty discussions with Kiki and Medinah Monroe. Yeah.
Welcome back to CockTales, dirty discussions, you guys. I'm Kiki Said So.
And I'm Medinah Monroe. Hey, y'all.
And this week we are in our jammies.
We are cozy and comfy. It's cold outside.
And it's 2 a.m. Well, not really, but damn near. I mean, it all feels the same after 10 o'clock.
Girl, and you know it's so funny that you say that because now I have really full days. I used to be a late night sleeper. Kiki,
late morning, you mean?
Late night sleeper. Like go to sleep late.
Oh, okay.
Did I say it wrong? A late night sleeper.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Late night creeper?
I'm thinking of late night.
I was up in the wee hours of the night, and that used to be like my thing. Like I'm staying up late. I like to be in the bed at a decent hour. Like I like to be. Now, sometimes my days run long, but let me say this: I look forward to getting in the bed. Like I'm talking about showered, teeth brushed, skin routine done by like 9 p.m.
Did you have a secret baby? Because it's giving mom. The mamas be going to bed, and in the bed,
I be tired.
I mean, I get it, but
I be tired.
I'm surprised.
And you know what else I'm realizing? Like when you have certain lifestyle changes, you cannot commit to them if you don't get quality sleep. I can't get up early and go work out with the trainer that is expensive if I don't get in the bed early.
How long do you typically sleep?
I need my 8 hours, bitch. Now, I might not.
8?
I need them. I don't always get them, but I need my 8 hours. I really enjoy resting. And I'm not a nap person. I've never have been. I told myself on my goals list I was going to incorporate more naps. I haven't done it. And so I'd like to get in the bed and get a quality sleep. Now, if I can't do it, I can't do it. But I like when the days that I get to do it, which have not been in a minute, I'm hoping on Sunday I can get some quality sleep. Go to sleep by 9:30 p.m. and wake up at like 7.
Okay. I mean, I do get wanting some rest. I haven't been able to do that like on my busy days, and
it's hard.
And some days I do honestly, it's like I can't do stuff. I can't interact with people. Like, I just can't because I'm burnt out. I'm tired. So I get it. I wish I could. I was gonna ask you, when you do get in your bed and you've done all your routine, you're laying down, you have an early morning. Do you just close your eyes and fall asleep, or do you need to do something to like lull yourself to sleep?
I have a whole routine.
What you do?
I light a vanilla candle. I like to smell vanilla or something warm when I go to sleep. I've noticed that I wake up in a happier mood when and I let it run all night. So I light my candle, turn off the lights. I talk to God. I journal. Even if it's a quick little sentence, it might not be like a full, journal. It might just be like a quick little sentence. I talk to God, thank him, have some conversations, ask him some questions. And then I take my AirPods out. I put one in my left ear, and I've been doing this guided sleep meditation. And it's like a 3-hour long thing so that by the time it's done, I'm asleep. And I put it in my ear. I roll over, put my eye mask on, and I lay there, listen, and go to sleep. And some nights, if I always do the little listen and the prayer. Sometimes I'll add in a little reading. I'm reading a lot of books right now. So
what is the latest book you started reading?
It's called Trust Issues.
It's nonfiction. I take this is not a dramatic novel.
No.
Self-help
but I
type
told
of book.
myself I want to try to start getting into like fantasy books. I want to read, like, if y'all are into like dragons and stuff, I want to read a book about a dragon. But no, that one is not dragons. It is about losing trust in niggas.
Oh, well. I might have wrote a chapter in that book and didn't even know it.
Do you have a sleep routine when you get in
No.
or do you just go to bed?
Honestly, it's not a healthy routine. Nobody needs to do this. But I usually work until my eyes get blurry. Then out of habit, I like to have the TV on. So sometimes I put something on that I know will make me go to sleep because it's going to be boring or it's really dark. Like not dark and thing, but the lighting on the show. So that's why I always fall asleep to Silo. Even though when I watch it during the daytime, it is so good. But at night I put it on and I'll be out in a few minutes. Set the sleep timer on the TV when I remember. Sometimes I have me a little Vihemp, Zen, or Cloud9. It depends on the day. I might even throw in a little beverage, the THC beverages. I've been cutting back on my alcohol and going back, well, not going back, but starting up something else. And then some days I just try to skip all of that. Now, to calm my mind, this usually happens before I go to bed, like when I take a shower. And I know, okay, you got to wind down. You can't keep staying up until the wee hours of the morning and still waking up early. You're going to look more old than you already do. And it's just not good. Usually, whenever I take my shower or my bath, while I'm in there, I'm like, okay, what I need to talk to God about? What do I need to be thankful for today? What do I want to journal about? What do I want to make sure that I try different tomorrow and how I approach today? And so, like, while I'm washing my face, I usually don't be wrapping my hair. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But while I'm in the bathroom and just having a calm moment, I like to light candles and all that in there, but not everywhere else because I'm afraid that I'll burn my place down.
Oh.
Like, what if something happens? What if Whitley jumps on something and something falls on a candle and I'm asleep and I wake up and it's a fire?
That is a good concern.
Thank God for insurance, but you just never know. So anyway, I have my reflective moments then. And then I go back on the computer, watch something on TV. Those are probably the calm nights, but I'm trying to do better. I've fallen asleep on the couch so many times, and that shit is not comfortable. I want to get in my bed, and that was an expensive bed, and it feels good.
Yeah, my sleep has to be top tier. Like it really, and that's like a new thing. But it has. It
feels good.
It does.
Everything is different. I've been trying to recharge on the weekends and really get a lot of sleep then. And like make sure that I'm comfortable and do like more relaxing things. But my everyday is very hectic, very nothing nobody needs to do.
Yeah. Life is life. But speaking of watching shows, this isn't a show, this is a movie. I watched this movie the other night and it was actually so good. My sister told me about it. It's called The Photograph. Have you watched that? It's on Amazon Prime.
I feel like I've heard of it.
It has Issa Rae and Lakeith Stanfield. He is so fine to me. Do you think he's fine? He's so fine to me. This movie, he really had, like, this is gonna sound really crazy, but the whole time I was watching the movie, I wanted to masturbate the whole movie. And I've never felt like that just watching a normal movie. Their chemistry was on fire.
I think he likes to masturbate because I remember he had a little scandal when he was on whatever that Telegraph or whatever the fuck app. He was on there moaning and shit.
Wait, what?
Just moaning, sexual moaning in like one of those audio room apps. And everybody was talking about him, but.
Did he know he could be heard?
That's all you can be on there. You can't be seen. You can only be heard.
I
don't know what happened.
He was looking fine in that movie.
That feeling.
Everybody was looking fine. And it was just such a good movie. Like the storyline, the love story. It was just such a good watch. I didn't even know him and Issa had that movie together. It was amazing.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. I started okay, White Lotus came out.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even know because I've been going to sleep at 9 p.m. I gotta wake up, bitch.
You do. But it's, on demand, new episodes, I think every Sunday. Not a sponsor, but you could be. White Lotus is back. They are in Bali, right? I think that's Bali.
Where are they staying? The Ritz? Do you know what hotels?
I don't remember. I don't think it's the Ritz. I kind of feel like it's another one of those nice ass hotels, but I don't think it's the Ritz. Anyway, I don't know what it is, but they're there. There's lots of new people on the show, on the cast. Her name is escaping me right now, but the actress who played Kelly on Insecure, she's back because in the last season, if y'all remember, she was working in the hotel, so now she's at this hotel. What was the girl's name? The ditzy one that always seems like she has several Xanax with her.
The one who died?
Yeah, she died last season. I
couldn't believe they killed her off. That was just such a shock. That was such a shock to me.
Maybe she wanted a break. Maybe she wanted to sleep. I don't know.
I don't know.
But that was good. And And I started something new, but I can't think of it. If it comes to me, I'll tell y'all later. And then I have been in the book club for February. We read this book called Real, like Reel by Kennedy Ryan. This is like the second, third, or fourth book. I don't know. We've read a lot of her books. It's a love story, but it's about an actor and a director. That was pretty good. And then I got Will Packer, the producer, has a new book. And so I started reading that. I'm trying to see what the name is. I keep forgetting. But it's really good. And a lot of times I don't like autobiographies. Sometimes I do. It depends. And I prefer to, I like to listen to a lot of books, but I really like to listen to autobiographies when the person who wrote the book is reading it, because I want to hear it in their voice with their, it just does something different.
You can connect better.
And this one is more of like a graphic audio novel where it's multiple people speaking. There's a narrator. She's funny. I did not expect the book to be funny. It's not about acting, writing, producing, or none of that. And it's really good. And there's a lot of good lessons in there. I'm like halfway through. I definitely want to finish it. That was really good. And then what else? There was another book. I can't think of that either. But I've been trying to find more stuff and doing nonfiction and fiction. But sometimes, because like when I'm listening to the nonfiction or when I'm reading the nonfiction, I want to focus on just that. It'd be too much. I think Sundays will be my nonfiction days.
I love that.
I can just relax and read something to grow.
Look at us growing.
Learning. So I like to learn.
It's so much to learn. I'd be like, I'm trying to learn words. I'm trying to expand my vocabulary. I'd be like,
Do you use an app or like people, or what do you do to like?
No, I just be listening to my sister. She be using big words all the time. I'm like, what that mean? And then I'm just like, can you use it?
I was not expecting that at all.
I don't need not another app. But okay, I wanted to talk really quick about my Paradise and Vibe trip to Sedona, Arizona. Somebody I had just been saying Sedona, and somebody was like, what country is that in? I was like, y'all,
America.
Sedona is in Arizona, which is Arizona is in America. But with Paradise and Vibe, I host all of their retreats. We're going August 24th through the 27th. And you guys, are you ready for this?
Perhaps.
Oh my gosh. Guess who we have coming as a special guest?
Beyonce.
Issa Rae.
That is exciting.
Oh, I have been dying. Like for the longest, we couldn't say anything about it because stuff wasn't sure yet. We just weren't sure. And the whole theme of this trip is the magic of big thinking, and the way that we even got her, it was just the magic of big thinking, just being like, bro, let's just try to get, and we have several other guests that will be making appearances. This retreat is going to be like a festival. It's called Vibe Fest. Like I said, the theme is the magic of big thinking. There is nothing that is impossible for you. Us booking Issa Rae has been a gift. Like this is it. I get to interview her. Like we're doing oh my God. Like I'm just like where Paradise and Vibe is going. I'm shaking. I'm so excited. There are several. We'll have 2 New York Times bestsellers on the guest list. And Lion Babe is gonna be joining us. She's actually gonna we do a farewell dinner every retreat, but this time since it's like a festival, it'll be like we have top DJs coming. Y'all, this is going to be one of the best retreats, and I'm so happy that it's stateside so that as many people that can come that have issues, traveling long distances, you can come. Paradise and Vibe has honestly like changed my life. It has brought a level of wellness and just community to my life that I've always needed. And yes, I work with them and host their retreats, but it's like family, and it feels like family. Every guest that we've ever booked to come and do a workshop or to speak, they feel like family. They end up coming, and you think you're just coming to like work and do your thing and dip, but people end up being like, no, like I want to actually like interact with y'all. Like, so to know that Issa Rae is going to be joining us on this. I love Issa Rae. I have watched her from the beginning of her career. I remember I joined a church group last year, and it was a business group, and they were like, we had to do like a fake pitch, and they were like, who do you pick somebody that you want to do a fake pitch to? It was Issa Rae. And the fact that now I'm going to get to have a one-on-one interview with her on a stage, and then behind the scenes, I am so excited. I hope you guys will join us. Go to paradiseandvibe.com. We're just now announcing that Issa Rae is going to be joining. So I really advise you to save your spot because there's already not enough seats left because I was hosting it and people was trying to buy all the tickets because of me, but I'm just playing. They really gonna be buying it when everybody finds out about Issa Rae. So reserve your spot, bring your girlfriends, put the link in the group chat, and I cannot wait until August 24th. It's going to be life-changing and it's going to be wellness. Come get well with us and have a good time.
That sounds really good. I'm happy for
Girl,
y'all.
I'm so excited. Like I just have this idea that I'm gonna talk to her and we're gonna be friends.
And I hope that works out.
How amazing would that be? I'm like, I am an awkward Black girl just like you, Issa. Like, I need you to know that.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all come, book the trip, come and don't be complaining and being sad this year. Come to Arizona. I didn't know that Sedona specifically. Oh, and we're staying at the Enchantment Resort, which is a really nice resort. It is one of the most healing places in the world because of all the rocks, the different rocks that they have.
And somewhere where they are, some kind of line. I don't know. Sean had told me about that place. Well, I knew what Sedona was, but I didn't know about the magic and the mystic nature of it and how it's like this great like spiritual place for all of these different things. She had actually talked to me about moving there at one point, many months ago, probably when she was my age. Damn, we both old. Anyway, life changed. She didn't move. We both are still in Atlanta. But yeah, I heard about it. It seems really cool. I'm going to check my schedule.
Yeah.
And see about coming. I also want to remind you guys before we move on to weird sex to sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/CockTales.
I promise we're going to post a bonus episode very soon.
One day. But we have been getting on live and we have been staying on for quite some time. I really enjoyed the game night that
fun.
We did at the end of January. We haven't done our February one when we're recording this, but I think it'll be cool. And then what else I want to tell y'all? I forgot. It'll come to me later. We'll move on to weird sex.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. Man is absolutely not necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
All right, so this week's weird sex, I was going to tell you guys some pleasurable thing, but I'm not.
Okay. It's going to be something crazy.
I just want to remind everybody to be careful who you choose to be with. Talk to these people, get to know them, assess
Order I'm
their
curious
anger.
to know and play the game with them.
Also do background checks because sometimes people really be repeat offenders. I'm just saying. So anyway, this week's weird sex, a coworker actually sent this to me and he was like, you can do this for your show. And I was like, yes, thank you. This man committed a crazy crime. And for what? So, and this was on the news. He drove 700 miles to burn down the home of a man who was talking to his ex-girlfriend. If that's not a crash
were they
out,
in? Okay, I'm confused. Was he in a gay relationship with the man, or he was talking to his girlfriend and he went and burned down his? Did I hear it right? Who burned down whose house?
So a man went and drove and burned down another man's house because that other man was talking to his ex-girlfriend. A jealousy type thing. Not that the men were together, but it's like, don't talk to my girl. It's one of those misplaced anger things. You mad at him. And now I don't know if it's the ex-girlfriend now because, you know, you burned this man's house down. Or if it's the ex-girlfriend because they were already broken up. But either way it goes, people be crazy. And to drive 700 miles, no car is driving 700 miles without having to stop at a gas station and refill multiple times. There were multiple stops where you could have stopped, refueled, and turned your ass around. Like,
You had several miles to think about what you was about to do.
I'm convinced it was meth. I'll find out when the trial happens, and I'll update y'all somewhere, maybe on Patreon.
I'm so happy that winter is done and over with. I'm sick of being ashy. Like the crevices of my thumbs, you know, that little corner part, the tops of my heels, they still a little ashy right now because it's still a little cold outside. I'm so happy that we're going into the springtime, but it's going to be hot in Atlanta.
It is, or wherever you might be. And, you know, that's why I'm glad that Lumi is available year round.
Lumi's back.
Yes, Lumi has amazing scents for all of their products. It is all over body deodorant. I was using the spray, the whole body deodorant, and I just felt so powdery fresh the other day. I knew I had to go doing a lot of running around. I went somewhere after I had been on a walk on the Beltline with my dog.
So you was stanky, but Lumi covered it up.
Lumi covered it up. I never got stanky because I sprayed it on all day.
Did you know that Lumi lasts up to 72 hours?
Now,
What?
I'm not testing that out, but you just never know what kind of predicament you might be in.
You know, since I became a real estate agent, I have to run around and sometimes I take my shoes off. You could put Lumi on your feet. Did you know that? Like,
yeah, you put it anywhere, all in between those toes and in your butt.
In your butt, under your boot, like under your, if you got a little titty like me, you can lift it up and put the Lumi under it. I stay strapped with my Lumi, and you all need to too. And you guys, we are offering our listeners 15% off of all Lumi products with our exclusive code. And if you combine the 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off the starter pack. Use code CockTales, that's CockTales, for 15% off your first purchase at lumideodorant.com. That's code CockTales at LumiDeodorant.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, please, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Lumi. I always wonder when people commit crimes like that, did anybody die? Okay, even still, when people do stuff like that, like, okay, you're clearly your emotions were out of whack. Something told you to do it. When you get locked up and you're sitting in the jail cell and everything has calmed down, are you like, dang, I shouldn't have did that? Or you think he's sitting in there like, and that's
damn, and I didn't kill him. Like, what is it?
Yeah, like, are you proud of yourself?
I'd be joking sometimes when I'd be talking about people being on meth or crack or whatever. But a lot of times I really am convinced it's drugs. Or you used to be on drugs real bad and you might be off now, but your mind is mush. I just don't know.
I don't know, but
some mental illness.
When I was on my way here today and I was sitting in traffic, I have a brother. My dad has other kids. I think I've spoken about it before. And he's in prison and he's never getting out. And we've been like kind of like building a relationship. And so he will call me almost like every week. And so when I was driving here to record, I was in traffic. He called me. I picked up, and we're on the prison call. And every time we're on the prison call, you ever talk to somebody in prison?
No.
Okay, well, it's always somebody.
Oh wait, I lied. African Mike.
Oh yeah, you did talk. So it's like you'll be talking and then you just get interrupted by the voice comes up and it's like, this is a correctional facility, and it's like they say all these things, like, and it's like he just be talking over it, and I'd be like,
can he not hear it?
No, you can hear it. Everybody can hear it. He can hear it. I can hear it. We can hear it. Like, everybody just hears it. And the lady just pops in and says, it's reminding us that this is a correctional facility call. Bitch, we know. Like, it just makes it real uncomfortable. And so sometimes when I'm talking to him on the phone, he's never getting out. And the way that my mind like processes things, it's like, yes, we all make mistakes and we've all done some things that maybe could have landed you in jail, but I know you haven't. And I have never been like, I'm setting myself out to go burn a house down or kill somebody today.
Absolutely not.
And my brother killed somebody. And so he's not getting out. And so like one day we were on the phone and I was just like, do you miss life? Like, I understand you have to do things to make yourself feel happy as you sit your life in this prison cell. And he was like, yeah. I was like, do you ever think about like what, like the bad decisions you made to like land yourself here? And he was like, I do. Like, and do you know that they were bad? Like, cause it was like when you were making those decisions, we all know that killing someone, you're going to prison. We all know what you stand to lose. And this is just on a small scale. You don't ever get to touch a woman again. Like I don't know if they're sleeping with the correctional officer, but yeah, but a little frumpy woman.
Some of them don't be frumpy, hun.
Oh.
You know, I've done some stories on them fucking the prisoners and putting it on OnlyFans. But anyway, continue.
But like, you don't get to just wake up and like make some eggs. You don't get to just go breathe the fresh air and just like take a walk outside. You are like locked up with like aggressive people for the rest of your life. Was it worth it?
What'd he say?
No. And it's just really sad because it wasn't drugs for him. It was just like
bad decisions,
unfortunate
was he young?
upbringing. No.
Oh.
I mean, it was several different occasions where he was in jail, but this was the one that like landed him in prison for the rest of your life. And it's just like, I just can't imagine just really sitting in jail. Like, I really burnt somebody's house down and I don't get to get out and just like put my feet in some grass or just be how we were talking about like a night routine. No, you're laying on a metal piece of material with the little mats from PE class. I'm sitting here talking about how sleep is so important. It's niggas in here just screaming and wanting to stab you in the side of your head because they mentally like. I really think about going to. Sometimes I watch those jail shows. If you go to jail, even if you just go to county jail for a little bit or prison, like you're in there essentially with like mentally ill homeless people. Think about it before you go drive 700 miles to burn somebody's. I just can't. No.
I watched a movie called Trial by Fire. It's based on a true story.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Netflix right now, you guys. The man goes to prison, but he didn't do the crime, and he's on death row in Texas.
Oh,
I mean, they executed him. It's done, but
he didn't do it. Oh no!
So they were in Corsicana. The movie's really good, and there's a book. And I was like, wait a minute, because the writer of the book is Elizabeth Gilbert, but it's not your Elizabeth Gilbert. It's another one. And what's so crazy about all of this is she was just like some random person that just like, it's crazy how the world works and how you meet somebody. And so nobody believed him. He goes to prison because this is the other thing, and you can't do nothing to avoid this. He went to prison for this. He goes to trial. They find him guilty.
Mm-hmm.
He's on death row. They don't give you your date until later. You just know you're going to be executed. Who knows when it's going to be?
Oh,
and they tell you a date and you don't know
God.
when it's going to be. And he was in there because they said that he killed his children by setting the house on fire. And he maintained his innocence throughout. And he met her towards the end of his sentence. And so she starts like trying to fight for him and raise awareness and finding experts and all of this other stuff. He didn't have a fair trial, all this stuff. I mean, I'm saying he didn't do it, but it's not like he ever got let off. They did execute him, is the stories. But anyway.
Was there any sort of proof that looked like he did it?
Oh, that looked like he did it? No. The way that the problem was he was in a small town.
Was he black?
No. White people. He was in a small town. He had a bad reputation for being like a ladies' man and all this other stuff. He was abusive to his girlfriend / baby mama that was his wife. Maybe it was karma that got him. I don't know. But there were other little things that happened, but people already had it in their mind about him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they had experts who were sharing things and saying, this is proof that he did it and that it went a certain way, but nobody ever challenged it. Nobody looked at what else it could be. They just took this person who said that they were an expert based on whatever. They took their word for it. And ordinarily, if you have a good lawyer, your lawyer will challenge that and find your own set of. None of that shit happened. Anyway, it was interesting because he went to prison and spent the rest of his life there, and he didn't even do it.
Prison just seems very even
It's
when
scary.
we
and
were
they beat his ass in there real bad. They was calling him baby killer.
I can't go to jail, y'all. Like, I'm just like, no.
And then even when I watch those other shows, it's like you said, you might go to county for a little bit. A lot of people be going to county for a long time because you got to wait on your trial date. You might not get bail, the judge won't give it to you, or you can't make the bail.
I'll never forget one time when I was dating Carlos and he did go to jail. He went to the county jail. And I was so
He was in the
mad.
movie.
Carlos?
Yes. He was a prisoner in there.
Oh my
I forgot to mention that. Yeah, he's in the movie.
Wow,
Ask him
that's
about
so
it.
wild that made me think of well, one
And he
time
was
Carlos
right there on death row.
Carlos went to jail and I had to go pick this nigga up. And I was really like, I don't know what I'm here to pick you up because
This is not my life.
This is not my life. I don't think this is cute. I don't think it's cool. But anyways, he was sharing the jail stories and he was just at Rice Street. But Rice Street is apparently rough. And he was like, the man took a hot Cheeto bag out of his booty hole. And
wait a minute. Now, what else done been through that booty hole to get a whole bag of them chips?
It was an empty bag of
Oh.
hot Cheetos. He had cigarettes in the bag.
And they was selling them.
And they was selling the cigarettes. And I was like...
Entrepreneurial. Because I also heard the snacks in there be high as fuck.
Yeah, that's absolutely wild to smoke a cigarette, hot Cheeto booty hole cigarette. What type of life?
Talking
what
about
decision?
lighting a fire under your ass, it brings a whole new meaning to it. That is...
I just can't, even like the slightest things that happen, if somebody gets too heightened with their anger and I'm around, nope, I got to turn around. I'm not doing this with you. I was at Cava today. I don't know when they put a Cava in Summer Hill, but Summer Hill isn't fully gentrified yet, so it's still a little spicy. But I was like, oh, there's a Cava. So I went to Cava and it was real... Everybody was hood up inside the Cava. It was a different
What were they
sort of.
doing?
They were just yelling and screaming and cussing. And I was like, this is a Cava.
The customers or the workers or both?
Both. So I was getting 2 orders and I was telling the lady the difference between like, I didn't want the whole, what this comes with, like I need this not to be on this and like this, I don't want to add some stuff on this. And I wasn't making it confusing. I used to be in the serving industry, so I understand like, I'm not going to make things confusing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was real tired and real sore. Because I worked out and I'm just tired. And so I was talking to her real calm, just like this, like, hey, can you add corn in that and don't put the vinaigrette on that? And she was like, you confusing me. And I'm immediately like, when people come with that energy, I'm like, I'm not giving you the same energy back because this can lead to somebody going to jail.
And you know what is so sad? My immediate thought, it goes back to drugs. I'll be like, that's a crack baby.
It's a crack, baby. It's something why are you so mad?
Stop thinking like
put
that.
the scoop of corn in the. So I was just looking at her like, and she wanted a reaction. Like, you know, when you could tell somebody wants a reaction. She was like, do you understand that you were confusing me? And I just,
Do you understand that you're slow? See,
I just looked at her and I was like, okay.
You know what? Never mind.
No, I was like, do you understand that I don't want vinaigrette on this one? And I would like a scoop of corn in that one. Well, now I do, but I was confused and she needed to explain herself. And so I let her explain herself and I said, so now that we have an understanding, what should we do next? Should we?
Did somebody yell at you behind like, why are you taking so long?
No, they were just like, everybody was looking at her like, oh, you just have this anger in you. You got to get help. You got to seek some help, friend.
Sometimes I want to ask people, what happened today? Because I feel like it's going to be some hot, juicy,
and I wanted to ask
mess,
her that, but I felt like
know.
it might have just, she was just so mad. And I was like, this is how people be in jail. And you just like, and I was at Cava and stabbed somebody in the chest because I was just carrying so much anger with me. Let the anger go. I don't be walking around with anger like that. Like you gotta get your life together. Jail scares the fuck out of me. They need to show kids what jail is really like. You ever seen that video of that man where he's like, I'm gonna get your booty and we could do this the easy way or the hard way. They need to show that to the little boys in school that's sagging their pants and trying to act hard. You wanna go to jail?
Well, I don't know about all that, but I do think that maybe a little bit more fear of consequences could be helpful to people because it don't be there. That's such a rough experience. Oh, it's really got me thinking like, girl, what? How? And this is just getting a bowl at Cava.
A bowl at Cava of all places. Like, I was like, I think I'm gonna write an email to Cava.
What you gonna say in the email? You gonna ask ChatGPT to help?
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. What should I tell Cava about the treatment that I received today from this lady who was just angry?
You should tell ChatGPT the whole story.
Okay.
So they can get the full feel of it. So they can recap that situation. Because when you send the email, you about to be eating that Cava for free for at least a year. We'll see. I was about to ask you about something. Oh, you told me you were doing a Valentine's. How was it?
I did 2 Valentines.
Okay.
So it was fun. One was one weekend of Valentine's Day. And then one was before, the weekend before.
Okay.
It was such a good time. I was really tired, and I couldn't stay the whole time at Chanel's because I was really tired. It was my mom's birthday weekend. My mom was in town. I took my mom. I had driven around all of Atlanta, all of Georgia for real, like with my
Really?
mom. Yeah, just we were going to do a lot of stuff. And then I took her to Stone Mountain to hang out with my cousin while I was at the Valentine's Day party. So she wasn't by herself because I was like, I couldn't bring my mom to the Valentine's Day party because it was going to get wild. The last time Chanel had the party, the stripper pole came out. I was like, I'm not bringing my mama around
Did
this.
y'all have strippers too?
One of the girls is a pole instructor, and some girls used to be strippers, but they not no more. But
Okay.
technically, yes, because they was performing on the pole,
But
and it
not
was
like
beautiful.
hired strippers.
Not
Okay,
hired
okay.
strippers, but it was beautiful. There were like little sandwiches shaped like hearts, a charcuterie board. All the pieces of cheese and the pieces of fruits were shaped like hearts. Chanel got us all gifts. We played this game. I thought this game was so much fun. It was like 30 people there. We had to go around in a circle and you have to say, my pussy is blank. But the way that it goes is you have to start with the letter A, then you start with the letter B, then you start with the letter C, then and you go all around. If you don't get it, then you're out. It was so much fun. We danced the night away. We drank, connected. It was just a ball of joy, honestly. I couldn't stay to the end because, girl, I was tired. I was tired. I had taken my mom to the tea party. Oh, I took my mom to tea around town, the tea party bus. And I'm going to write a letter.
I'm glad I didn't go. My mama wanted to do that for my
They got a
birthday,
lot of
and
work
I
to
was
do.
like,
Yeah, don't do it unless somebody's paying for your ticket. Because I was like...
this ain't what you thought.
They definitely had a hired videographer to make the picture. I was mad. The bus was like, anyway,
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap, and so.
Okay.
But anyway, so I did that Valentine's Day, and then Cece had a Valentine's Day, and me and Ayana went, and it was fun, and we played a lot of games. I met a few different people, and Cece's just always a vibe, and it's always luxurious but chill with her. I had a good Valentine's Day. It was full of love, laughter, and friendship. It was fun.
I miss Cece's Valentine's and I wanted to go, but my family was here. So Valentine's Day, I did go out on a date. And that was nice. It wasn't a total relaxation day just because life happens, but I did get to relax a little bit more than normal. And there was definitely lots of love. My mom, my stepdad, who's not my stepdad because they divorced, I guess, and my 3 nieces, my sister's daughters, all came to Atlanta for the weekend. So they got here on Valentine's Day in that morning. And then, actually, they didn't get here till the afternoon. So I was doing some running around. I had some meetings and things. And then we hung out that night. But then I left them because I had a date for Valentine's Day. And then afterwards, I came back because I really didn't want to do a whole lot because I knew I was tired. So then Saturday, we did a crawfish boil. And my aunt and her new fiance and her son came over. And usually, Walker is my Valentine. And so he went and bought me a gift like he always does. He got me a bottle of champagne. He got me a card. He got me some chocolates, even though I'm not trying to be eating all them chocolates because I need to drop some pounds. But I ate
chocolate.
some.
I love chocolate, especially Valentine's Day chocolates. I'm tearing it up.
And the little box was so cute. It was just so cute. And his mom was like, yeah, I asked him about Valentine's Day if he needed to get a gift for anybody whose Valentine's was. And he was like, same Valentine I always have. It's going to be Kiki. And I love that special bond that we have because he be looking out for me. As many a times I don't have like a grown man Valentine. Anyway, so we did that and then hung out Saturday and Sunday. Sunday I cooked for everybody. I tried out some new stuff. I made some crawfish queso. That was so fucking good. I wish I could eat it every day. My mama was trying to put it on everything. I was like, it's queso. Just dip the chip in there. We don't need to. She was like, you could probably put it on this tortellini you got in the fridge. I said, no. Now you're going too far. This is some real big back behavior. No, we need to dip
big
it
back
on
behavior.
it. She was like, I think it would be good. I said, no, that's not what that is for. That's for my kale soup, actually. So just get out of there. Anyway, it was really good to spend time with them. It's so interesting watching the girls grow up. I know when we were talking about when we had Stacy on, we were talking about how the kids be kind of grown. But it's funny because I don't feel like they're that grown. Like, I think that they can be sassy and have a lot of personality. But sometimes I'm like, y'all are really like kitty to me, especially the oldest one, because she'll be 16 this year. And then I've been talking to my sister about planning her sweet 16. I've just been excited. And then wedding planning with my aunt. It's just a lot of love going around. And it's been exciting and fun. None of the stress is on me in those departments. I just have my regular stressors. But it's been good. I do wonder, as the nieces, as they continue to get older, what they're gonna be like. Just watching their personalities blossom is so interesting. None of them are like I thought they would be. And they are 15, 11, and 5. And then, dang, there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, well, I forgot. It has escaped me. But yeah, I really enjoyed that time. It was something that I really needed. I felt really good after they left. I needed Monday to recharge. I was glad it was a holiday.
I need a recharge day, even though
I need another one.
Yeah, I need another. Like, I'm literally like, okay, I need to start like really figuring out. I don't think I can have a recharge every week, but every 2 weeks it needs to be figured out.
Yeah, I need to make a plan.
Yeah.
Because life be getting exhausting, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to be getting super snappy all the time and irritable and like just angry.
Like the lady at Cava. And when people behave like where you're just angry all the time, which, bro, that is not my spirit. Like, that's not, there are some people where that's just your spirit, and it's because you really do need to relax and like write a letter to yourself or something. Walking around angry like that is not healthy, and it is not okay. You need to find some peace and happiness. I don't want to be like that.
You might have a heart attack.
Yeah.
When I start feeling myself get like that, I try my best. I need to be alone and get this shit figured out. I don't need to spread this to anybody else. I mean, sometimes it don't work out, but I do try my best. And I hope y'all do too. Stop going out in the world like that.
Yeah.
Take a bath, a shower, something. Just go. Maybe you need to go reset and go do a hard reset and go to bed.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to say, fuck all this shit. I have to go to bed. I cannot take it.
Yeah. If you have to reset your technology devices, like your computer and your phone, you have to do that every so often. You definitely need to do that for your motherboard. Take a fucking reset, bitch.
Oh, I know what it was. This is random, but I wanted to ask you. So I went to this event the other day, and this man was talking about a first trip that he took with his then girlfriend, now wife. So he says they were going to Jamaica. And he was so excited to take her on this trip. He really liked her. Like, he was trying to like do it big for her and all this stuff and really impress her. Why, when they got to the airport and he's trying to check in and everything, and this was many moons ago, they're older, his passport was expired.
How do you not know?
It was something that he didn't think about. So, because this is before digital age, I was like, damn, how old are you? But that's beside the point. Anyway, they went through, and he was able to finesse his way through security. But then it's like, you get to the gate, what you gonna do? He figured something out. Then he gets to Jamaica, and he's like, I didn't think about customs. And he was like, I knew I was going to jail. I knew I was going to jail. I knew I was going to jail. He didn't go to jail. But if you, aside from that situation, if you are at the airport with a man who is trying to impress you, you get there and his passport is expired, and they're telling him he can't get in. He's like, go ahead and go through security. I'll meet you at the gate. What would you do?
No. You already know. I'm a ride together, die together type of situation. What's going on?
Well, he's telling you, I'm going to figure it out. Just go through the gate. Go through security. I'll meet you at the gate.
And I'm not. I'm going to sit here with you and figure it out with you. No, because what if you don't get through? I'm going to just go to Jamaica without you?
No, you wouldn't see him at the gate. Because you wouldn't get on the plane.
I'm going to stay here with you.
You going to stay with him?
Yeah, I'm going to stay with you and figure this out. What we doing, baby? What and why? Yeah, let me just stay here and help.
I forget how the whole story worked out. I don't want to tell it and mix it up. But it was funny because she did do what he said. He was nervous and scared and embarrassed. He makes it through. They make it there. They make it back. It all worked out in the end. And that's how he knew that was going to be his wife.
Wow.
Because she did end up having to help. And it was just funny. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question that I heard a group of guys talking about. I don't know if it was started on Instagram, but then I heard some guys in my real life talking about it. They were like, "What is your favorite hairstyle on a woman?" And like the men, did you see the men talking about it? And they were talking about I was like, I didn't even realize men pay attention to that to be able to name the hairstyles. And I was like, I'm gonna ask Kiki, what is your favorite hairstyle on a man? Like a clean taper, a dread, a braid, a Dalworth shag.
Really. Absolutely not. That is not anywhere on my list. I don't want no Dalworth shag, no Southside fade.
Sometimes my pastor has a Dalworth shag.
Why?
But it's a sophisticated one.
How is
I'm
that
gonna show you a picture
sophisticated?
because I see it just is a different type, but it's definitely.
Do you think he makes it seem sophisticated because it's what?
It just is a different version of the Dalworth shag, but I was like, it's definitely that's a shag.
I'm not a fan of those. I like Beyonce and the girl said, I like a low cut Caesar with the deep waves. As long as your head ain't too funny shape, I do like a bald head. The men be going bald and hang on to hope and 10 hair follicles. And I just want y'all to know, baby, it's okay to be bald. Morris Chestnut is bald. Boris Kojo is fine and bald. Now, all y'all don't look like that. So again, assess your head shapes. And all you mamas and daddies, cousins, aunties, everybody out there, if you've got a little baby in your arms right now, or you can reach out and touch one, shape that head, help mold that baby's head before it's too late. Because that's nobody's fault but who they came from. You can't help how your head is shaped. And it, like, you come through a birth canal, babies be looking like cone heads. I haven't had one, but I've seen people posting their baby pictures, and some of the girls have been very honest. I was scared. I thought something was wrong with my baby. I didn't want to take it home. I didn't know what to do. I thought he was gonna have to wear one of them cranium helmet things. And it's just like, it's fresh. Give it a minute. But you gotta mold those heads. Anyway, I like a bald head, low haircut. There's mainly things I don't like. And I also think you just got to do what works for you. I don't think you need to be super trendy. I don't like the Bart Simpson.
What's the Bart Simpson? Oh, that's the one where it's kind of like up and then shaved around.
It just be like, well, okay, I see how you think that. I be calling it the Bart Simpson. Nobody else calls it that. You cannot go to a barber like that. But it's just like your hair just be everywhere. It, to me, it's...
Okay.
I'm not a fan. I be feeling like it looks unkept, and maybe you have a lineup and all that, and that's cute, but that's like,
it's a little too natural for you.
It's like, it's not even the natural. It's still like you got to take care of your natural. Do you comb it? I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't look combed. It doesn't look moisturized. Don't be combed.
They take that little thing,
the sponge. It don't be looking moisturized. I'm just like, you got to have a healthy scalp up under there. Have you seen it? Have you gotten to it? Like, what's up in there? I don't know. I'm not a super fan of that. But again, if you find enough, pretty privilege always wins in my book.
Yeah.
I don't make the rules.
Yeah. Whatever you look good
What you like?
I too like a low cut Caesar with the deep wave.
It's just something about it.
It's been a minute since I had something like that.
What does Jalen Hurts have? Because I like that. Whatever he got going on, I like it.
A wife?
I know that. I'm talking about a look of his hair.
But he don't look like he does his hair. There are some people with tapers, and it's a low cut, but it's not a wave.
Well, he took his helmet off. Do you see him when he's strutting to the thing?
I can't think about his hair. I'm gonna have to look up a picture because I don't think that he has.
It's a smile for me, yeah.
Yeah.
Who else?
I like a fade.
You don't like a bald head?
I don't like a bald head.
Why?
Unless you're just one of the ones, like we said, some people just look really good and you're universal looking good. But I'm trying to think of somebody with a bald head that I think is fine. And it's not, nothing's coming to mind. And I like, even Morris Chestnut, I don't think he's fine anymore.
Really?
And I watched The Best Man.
You miss his hair?
I watched The Best Man when I was in Costa Rica. We made Elizabeth Gilbert watch it, and she absolutely loved it. And I was like, wow, Morris was fine. Not that he's ugly. I just don't like the bald head.
That is a fine man to me. Ooh-wee.
I don't like a bald head.
Did Shamar Moore go bald?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while.
I forget. But it's something in my head is telling me that he kind of has a bit of like a Squidward head or something. I don't know. I feel like he should have hair. And I don't know if maybe I saw one. Y'all need to cut it out with all these AI mock-up shits.
Yeah, you do.
Because I'm getting confused, and that's how I know I'm also getting old, and that's why I spend less and less time scrolling. But anyway,
I do like the Bart Simpson, but I like it when you have like a little cleanup The little cleanup.
The edge up.
Yeah, the little edge up with your Bart Simpson. And I don't want it to be a lot of Bart, like a short Bart.
Now, do you like the faded Bart with just like truly Bart?
Now, if you
Because
find...
I guess that's more of a Lisa Simpson if it's all over.
Yeah, it's Elisa's. It is Elisa. I like a Bart, but it's... no, never mind. I don't like a traditional Bart if we're going to traditional Bart. But I do... Lakeith Stanfield is fine to me. And sometimes he got a Bart, but he has a Lisa.
I thought it was faded in the back. I don't know.
He fine.
Okay. I don't think he's ugly or anything by any means, but I keep trying to think. I just keep picturing him in that. What is that movie?
Get Out?
No. The Book of Clarence.
Oh, he had a wild Lisa in the Book of Clarence.
And I'm thinking about his outfit in ancient times, and I'm like, have I ever really looked at him and been like, do I think he's fine or not? I haven't.
He fine. Yeah.
Well, what made you think of that? The men's hairstyles? Oh, you said they were talking about online.
Men were talking about their favorite hairstyles on women.
What they say?
A lot of men were saying that they liked updos. It was really interesting. Like,
what kind of up? The new updos?
I
or the
gotta
hard
try to find
updos?
the video. It was like the new loose updo.
Okay, I do like that.
Yeah,
that's cute.
they were like they didn't like quick weaves or like harsh looks. They liked the knotless braids. I was like, y'all really be knowing the hairstyles. And I guess we do too.
They be having to pay for them sometimes. I need some knotless sprays. Let me show you. Can you please? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess
we'll move on to Indecisive Diane.
Yeah, we'll move on to Indecisive Diane. And when we come back, we'll answer some of your advice emails. You guys, let's just be honest with each other. Sometimes even when you want to be in the mood, your mind and your body and all the parts down south just are not on the same page. And that's why I'm so glad that we have High Love from Via Hemp. Today's episode is sponsored by Via, the brand behind the most loved THC libido gummy on the market, designed to enhance intimacy, heighten pleasure, and help you fully embrace the moment. I recently whipped out the last two. I didn't even realize I had let myself get that low, so I had to re-up. But there were two gummies. I had one, and the man I was having sex with had one. And let me tell you, that was just like, mind-blowing. And it's been a while since I've had sex that good. And it was just like the passion was there. At first, like I wanted to have sex, but my body was feeling weird. Like it didn't want to do it. Like, girl, go lay down.
It needed a little help.
It needed some help. And High Love did what it needed to do. And then because he took it too, we were both taking High Love and feeling high on love.
I think that it was such a great decision for Via to make what was supposed to be a limited Valentine's Day edition, the High Love. Now it's a part of their permanent lineup because that is how much the people loved it, including me and obviously including my friends, because one of my girlfriends took my whole bottle of High Love. I said,
She took the whole
thing? She took the whole bottle and took it on a trip with her and her bae. And then she was texting me the whole day while they were tooted up in Cancun talking about this High Love really works. And I was like, yeah, girl, you took the whole bottle. She was only supposed to take the sample pack. Because when you order from Via Hemp, you get to pick sample packs. So I have a little sample pack. I got a little variety of everything. My friends just be jacking all my stuff. Order your own.
Yes, and you can order your own right now. If you are 21 or older, check out the link for Via in our description box and use the code CockTales at CockTales, and you will receive 15% off. It's free shipping on orders over $100. And if you're new to Via, get a free gift of your choice. Those little sample packs Medinah was just talking about. After you purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. Please, please, please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Take your passion and pleasure to a whole new love with High Love from Via.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, it's me, Diane, and this week's date idea, I know you're not gonna like it, but fitness is important, and summer is around the corner. So grab your bae and go to Hills for Atlanta. It's every Wednesday. In the morning, it starts at 7:30, and they have an evening workout at 6:30 p.m. That's typically where the BBL crew works out. I prefer the morning, but if you have to go in the evening, grab your bae and go. Bye.
All right, and we are back from Indecisive Diane, and it's time for the advice. Make sure if you want to send us an email, you send it to us, advice@cocktailspod.com.
Okay. We had an advice from the last week. I wonder if I should go.
I put it on here.
Oh, you did? Okay. Read yours. This one is long.
Okay, this one says, Lil Wayne, Mr. Officer, Lord, I need to vent and figure out how to move forward from this situationship. I'm having an affair with a policeman 6 years older than me who has a 3-month-old baby. Girl, why? We met at a party he hosted, and I made a move on him because I was drinking. I don't usually initiate things, but he was attractive, and he seemed interested. IDK, I have a thing for a man in a uniform. Your girl have fantasies. So what? Anyways, the next day, he asked to see me, and I invited him over. He came over, hung out for a couple hours, stepped outside to make a call, and then returned to me. We did more than just talk when he returned. It was that baby-making sex. I hope this doesn't end in a pregnancy. So damn good, y'all. The best I'd ever experienced. He's interested in me and aware of what I'm seeking. While I don't want a relationship right now, I do want long-term, consistent, beneficial relationship, which he's okay with.
This says beneficial friendship.
Okay. Which he's okay with. He keeps it open and honest with me, but I want to know more about him. I really like him and want to continue spending time, but they live together. He has a pretty busy schedule and a newborn. I don't want to get into the mix with that. I don't want to bring nothing but peace and happiness into what we have, but I want my me time too. I don't want to be naggy and pushy him away. Just a girl asking for advice. XOXOXO, sent from my iPhone.
I don't know what the question was.
Well, I guess she wants to know what she should do.
You need to move on to something else. You said you want peace. This is the opposite of peace, friend. That's all I have to say.
He has a newborn baby. Girl, you need to stop before your house get burned down.
Yeah, and he's a police officer. And I'm not trying to talk bad about police officers, but police officers have a lot of power. And when shit goes wrong and when they utilize that power, it is scary. It is scary.
Do you want to be on Snapped, Fatal Attraction, or any of those other shows? Do you want to be the next case on Crime Junkies? I think the fuck not. You need to move around.
Yeah.
And then the baby mama, you don't even know what's going on with her. And she just had a baby. Girl, you're going to be next. And do you want that stress and strife in your life? So sorry, girl, but we aren't the ones to tell you how to make this work. Ain't no happy ending here. Goodbye. And now it's time for the cocktails. So if you got a cocktail that doesn't involve fucking somebody who has a newborn, please submit it to us, cocktails@cocktailspod.com. And if you are fucking somebody with a newborn, please be careful because we want you to have your life. And sometimes fun things feel fun. And you don't think about the consequence. I got to bring the crimes back because y'all not
sitting
thinking
in the jail
about
cell trying to
Or in a
remember what
grave.
happened. Okay.
Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
She says, hey, ladies, no subject, no title, no intro, no nothing. Here we go. My side piece and I went out for the Super Bowl events around town. We met up early Sunday afternoon for some drinks and relaxation. He wanted me to stop by his place, but I really didn't want to. So he told me straight up, you're coming. Now hurry up. I shut my mouth and got ready. He picked me up on time, just like he said he would. He brought me some toiletries and I freshened up since I didn't have time to go home from my previous night out. Wink. Not long after that, his hands started all over my body. It was exactly what I needed. They got to it quick, but I didn't know I needed it. I mean, my pussy was fluttering and my heart was skipping more than several beats. His kisses were long and deliberate. He sucked my bottom lip and my tongue strongly. Ooh. It had me imagining what he would do to my pussy lips.
Oh my.
I don't really like my pussy lips being sucked on, but she jumped again. blood swelling her inner lips. My pussy needed it badly. I didn't fight it anymore. He started yanking at my clothes and I gladly obliged, naked, exposed, and fiending. He climbed on top of me and entered his hard, stern dick. I welcomed that shit with the most eager, exasperated sigh and a head tilt a woman in heat would have expressed. Oh my God. His shit felt so good with a capital T. I needed it like water to the Nile. But to my disappointment, it ended just as quickly as it started. He kissed me until I begged for him to keep going. He slowly pulled away from on top of me and laid next to me. I asked him, what's the matter? And if he came, he embarrassingly said yes. Ooh. Womp, womp. Let's just say, as the side piece, he should have known better than to come inside of me when we have raw sex. I gave him an evil side eye and he apologized. Let's just say he has some making up to do, but I'll save that for another cocktail. For now, this is my cock fail. I am actually amazed at the amount of people that are just, and I always ask my friends this question. Like, the amount of women that just be like, yeah, he came inside of me. Y'all don't be scared of pregnancy. And okay.
People don't.
I mean, it's really a norm. And I just be like,
people feel like their birth control works 100%. Or they just are some plan B popping animals.
I just got out of a 2-year relationship and I can really honestly say the mistake happened one time. I really don't play that. I know how fertile I am. I don't need to keep playing with it. Like, what? Wipe it up or pull it out. Pull it out.
You really got upset on that. I mean, but a lot of people do be on birth control and other things. So I think that people just have a lot of faith in that. I'd be less concerned about pregnancy and more concerned about disease.
That too.
People don't be caring about that too much. I guess they feel like they got the meds for everything.
Wow.
And I'll just take them. I mean, I don't know. But that's what I can assume. I mean, I've definitely had my fair share of wild nights. Interesting experience. But I too feel like you. I don't want to play around with that.
Especially not if we're not in a relationship. Like, don't play with either of them. But like,
don't none of it matter.
Yeah, that's wild.
This isn't what the goal is to go half on a baby. Let us not.
Let us not.
It's gonna be unnecessary stress
that we don't need, y'all,
and a host of other issues.
Wrap it up.
Please do. And we about to wrap it up. Before we go, I do want to remind you guys, speaking of wild times, I will be going back to Hito it's their anniversary, and I didn't know it. I think 10-year anniversary for Worst Behavior Tour. So if you go to Worst Behavior Tour in May, they will be there for several days, but I'll be there around the Memorial Day weekend. It's a good time. There's lots of people that are going to be there. It's a great time if you've ever been curious about this resort and like a lifestyle event, or maybe you're just curious about them and not even that you just want to know what's really going on at a resort where people be naked and
go
other
and see
stuff.
What's going on, y'all. It's wild.
Go and see and just try it. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, but there's lots of options for you to try things you might not even know you wanted to try. I mean, it's a good time. So worstbehaviortour.com is linked in the description.
Like I said at the beginning of this, we have booked Issa Rae to be a very special guest at Paradise and Vibe, August 24th through the 27th. Go to paradiseandvibe.com so that you can come to the Enchantment Resort with me and Issa Rae and have a really great time and get a little bit of wellness that you might need or want, or you might know somebody who needs or wants it. So just put the link in the group chat and come with us.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/CockTales. Follow us on Instagram at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean D.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the drive. Bye. Bye. Bye.